The most common thing that is said to a bereaved parent is, "You're so strong." The second most common thing that's said to a bereaved parent is, "Have you thought about therapy?" Welcome to the Grieving Mom's Guide to Life. My name is Susan Fahidi, and I'm a grieving mom. I am also a grief advocate and mindfulness life coach. Yeah, one of the most common things that's said to bereaved parents is, honestly, have you thought about therapy? And I've had it said to me in the last week 4 or 5 times. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming how many times people have said it. And actually, I got a referral to a mental health specialist from my family doctor, and I called them and asked them when they were booking appointments, how far out they were booking appointments. And the girl that answered the phone actually said to me, "Have you thought about grief therapy?" And it's like, people, I've been doing this for 6.5 years. Do you think that I've never thought about doing grief therapy? And for those of you that keep asking me, I've done grief therapy 6 times. I have done peer support for grieving parents, which is a group setting. I have done all kinds of stuff. The problem with it is you never get over the grief of losing your child. And that is something that the society has to understand. That is something that mental health professionals have to understand. We may cope with it better at times and not so well at other times. And I have had that where I'm coping really, really well. And then I've had times where I'm like, in the gutter coping, not coping at all. And in my experience, people who specialize in understanding bereaved parents is a very narrow field, which means that there aren't a lot of practitioners that are doing it. So even when a grieving parent is looking for support, it's extremely difficult to find. And you are already in a very vulnerable, fragile, emotional state. And then you have to go through these people who just don't get it, who really don't get it. Just because somebody is a mental health professional doesn't mean they understand the grief and everything that goes along, the whole package that goes along with losing your child. Even people who specialize in grieving in general, if they don't specialize in understanding grieving parents, they don't understand the whole package. Because grieving the loss of your grandparent or your parent is not the same as grieving the loss of your child. Or in my case, and in the case of many other parents, losing your children, more than one. Some people lose child after child. I know a woman who has lost, I believe it's 3 or 4 babies in the first year of their life due to a genetic condition. I mean, how does that even compare to losing your 90-year-old grandparent? It doesn't. It doesn't. And I'm telling you this from the bottom of my heart that it doesn't. And I know this because my grandmother was 93 years old when she died. And I love her. I loved her very, very much. She was a big part of my life, and I miss her every day. But when my children left this world, a part of me left with them. A part of me that I will never be able to regain. I am changed person. I am a changed person. I am changed forever. And I don't know who that person is. And I'm now on that journey to figure it out. So, in all your words of wisdom, wanting to help your grieving friend or relative who has lost a child, please don't ask them if they've considered therapy, because I can guarantee you that they have considered it at the very, very minimum. And they have probably sought it out and tried it. And for some people, it works great. For other people, it doesn't work at all. And for many, many people, it works for a period of time and then it doesn't work. And then it works for a period of time and then it doesn't work. So your loved one who has lost a child and you want to support them, or you are a mental health professional who has stumbled across my videos and wanted to learn more about how to support grieving parents, don't ask them. Don't suggest therapy. They don't need that from you. They don't need that from anybody except maybe their family doctor, their primary health care provider. From you, they need support in where they are today. They don't need your advice. They don't need your suggestions on what they should be doing, because unless you are a grieving parent yourself, you are not in a position to be giving them advice on how to handle their grief. You're not. Period. End of statement. You are not in a position to give them advice on how to handle their grief. I'm going to say it one last time. Unless you are a grieving parent yourself, you are not in a position to be giving advice to a grieving parent on how to handle their grief. If you are a grieving parent yourself and you have found this common experience that I have, and I really believe, actually, I know in my heart that you have experienced this same thing, please leave comments below. Let's have the conversation about it. Let's show people what they should not be saying to us. And yes, I seem to be a bit aggravated over this, and I am, because I'm tired of hearing it from people like I'm an friggin' idiot who doesn't know that there's mental health supports out there for me, because they don't know what these mental health supports really are like, or they think that therapy is going to be the magic cure. Therapy is just going to take away my grief and make me all better and make me the Susan I was before my children died, which we all know as grieving parents is never going to happen. So I am aggravated over this. I am very upset about this. So I'm going to leave this video here. If you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing that. Give this video a like, and please consider sharing my videos with other grieving parents if you think that they may be helped by it. Anyway, love you guys.